Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I really do feel like today's video is going to be a good one because I am finally trying the new Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It has a really long name, but here's what you need to know about this. Everyone is raving about this product and everyone is saying it's their new favorite concealer. And I've noticed a lot of those people are the ones that said that they loved the Tarte Shape Tape, but they no longer are using this because this one has taken over. And I am a huge fan of the Shape Tape concealer. I love the coverage this gives me. It gives me really flawless under eyes, which is where I tend to use majority of my concealer because I was blessed with these really dark under eye circles. And I don't care what anyone says, no matter how much sleep I get, no matter how many iron tablets I take, there's no getting rid of them. So I'm always looking for a really good concealer. This one has been doing it for me for probably the last year and a half. I love it. But over the last, I would say, month, I have kind of been steering away from it because it can make you look a little dry. Sometimes it just pulls forward too much of the dryness that I get underneath my eyes. So everyone is saying that this concealer does what this one does in that it has really good coverage, but it's more hydrating on the skin. So I am so pumped to try it because fingers crossed I'm gonna love it and this is gonna be my new go-to concealer. If you guys want to see how this is gonna go down, keep on watching. Click that subscribe button if you are new to my channel. I do a lot of these first impression types of videos here. So if you guys are into those, make sure to subscribe, join the family, and if you've done that, let's get into it. So let's take a look-see, and holy mother, what everyone is saying is true. It's huge. Look at that compared to the Shape Tape concealer. That's like a foundation compared to the Shape Tape. There's 15 mils in here. The Shape Tape has 10 mils, but this still seems incredibly large considering a full-size foundation has 30 mils. Like, look at that right there. This retails for $36 Canadian, $29 if you live in the US. I guess you do get a pretty fair amount of product in here. There's 20 different shades to choose from, and I decided on natural beige, and I chose this color based off of online photo swatches, so fingers crossed this is gonna match me, but I do feel pretty good about my decision based off of those photos. And it says it's a multi-use concealer, so you can conceal, highlight, contour, and retouch with it. It also says it's supposed to be hydrating, long-wearing, photo-friendly, so you're not supposed to have flashback with it, and it's non-comedogenic, which means it's not going to clog your pores. It's also oil-free, which I thought was pretty cool. So my skin's already moisturized. I did that before I started the video, but I thought it would be kind of fun to apply my foundation with you and use the Born This Way foundation. Now let me just catch you up on this. I used to love this foundation. I might even still, but the fact is, a few years ago when I used to wear this, the color was all wrong. So I'm gonna give this one a try again, see if I can make it work. If not, I'll take it off and I'll use another one. From what I remember, the color goes a little bit pink on me. The good thing is though, is that if you're looking to try this foundation, they just came out with a bunch more shades. So yeah, well, it doesn't look too bad. We'll see once it oxidizes. But you see how flawless it makes me look? Like, I'd say I have about a medium coverage right now because you can still see my skin underneath, which I think is nice. You can see the freckles peeking through. And I think I'm gonna keep it at about this level because I wanna see what this concealer is all about. This says that it has a diamond doe foot applicator. The sides and points allow for precision, coverage, and contouring, and the flat surface is ideal for applying concealer to large areas. That was not a good swatch at all. Normally, you know, people try to get creative and do really cute swatches. Not so much. Let's try blending it. I'm really excited. That's why I just got really quiet. Okay, look at how that is blending. Oh, baby. And I think that color is actually a really good match for me. I gotta get a mirror. I was in the middle of saying how smooth it looked, and then my camera cut because my SD card was full. So I just went and moved everything over to my hard drive, and in that time it actually worked out because I came back and I realized just how nicely this is sitting on my skin. Like the fact that this has been on my skin for about 5 minutes now and I don't have much creasing going on is blowing my mind. Okay, let's do the other side. Again, with the not so pretty swatch. And truthfully, if you do like a lighter coverage, you could probably even use less than I just did right now. But the nice thing is that even with this amount that I applied, it doesn't look cakey like when you blend it out. I am doing a little bit of creasing, so I'm just gonna tap that out before I hit it with the powder. That is pretty nice. Still seeing a little bit of a shadow, so that could be maybe I didn't use as much coverage as I normally do because I was trying to not overdo it in this video, or because of all the blending I've done. So I think for the other side, let me just pop, like I'm talking that much on that darkness. Hit this with some powder. All right, I'm set in place. Let's take a look at it. I can already kind of tell you just by looking in the mirror real quickly here is that the side where I applied a little bit more of the concealer is looking a little bit more flawless to me, whereas this side I'm still seeing that shadow peek through a little bit more than I would like. I don't mind if you can see a little bit of the dark circles peeking through. That's real life. To be honest, sometimes when I overdo it and I get rid of the dark circle as much as possible, then it doesn't look so natural. It looks completely made up, and that's why sometimes I think less is more, which is why I don't actually mind this side. Just to give you a time check, it is 1:30 in the afternoon. I am going to do a little bit more makeup and I will be right back. And it's 11 p.m. at night. I'm just kidding, but it feels like it should be because of how long it took me to put on a wing liner today. It's been so long since I've done that, but I felt like kind of dolling up, doing a little bit more va-va-voom makeup because I feel like that's the best way to tell if the concealer is going to be full coverage on me. And so far, I feel really good about the concealer, but I still see more of a natural medium finish. It is doing a little bit of that dry creasing that my concealers do. What I mean by that is I'll come in close, I'll do that really unflattering look at the ceiling look, and hopefully you guys can tell what I mean. It happens to me with every single concealer. So far, I'm feeling good about it. I'm gonna continue to wear it for the rest of the day, and I will come back and I will check how we're doing. All right, guys, it's 9:56. I would say, I think it's looking pretty flawless still. I think it held up really well. The coverage lasted quite well after all these hours. I do think that the side with the less coverage is looking a little bit more tired, but at this point, I don't actually have any negative things to say about it, but I'm just not fully convinced that it's a full coverage on me. I am thankful that it's not like that super thick full coverage look. I'm getting a flawless finish, but it's a little bit more natural. So it says super coverage. I'm gonna try and push the boundaries tomorrow, and I'm gonna see if I can get even more coverage to where I don't see as much of these dark under eye circles. So I will see you then. I'm so glad that I decided to do a day 2 of this video because I feel so good about this concealer. First of all, let me just start off by saying I got the full coverage look, and I love the fact that this concealer was able to give me a more natural look yesterday, which I know for so many people are going to be like, that was pretty full coverage, but I even edited the video and I thought, yeah, it's definitely a pretty flawless coverage, but I do think that this is more my full coverage look because you can definitely see less of the under eye circles, which I'm so excited. And I also did things a little bit differently today. First of all, my goodness, I didn't apply product to my eyelids. Remind me again next time not to do that because it's just like cake city up there and it creases so much. So I don't have any product on here except for powder to make sure there was no creasing. So there was that. But I did my first layer of concealer. I let it sit on the skin, then I went in and actually used my finger to kind of warm it up on the skin, blend it out, and then I applied a little bit more. I let it sit, and it just really kind of warms into the skin, and I almost feel like when you leave it sit on the skin, it adds a little bit more coverage when you blend it out. So I did that a second time. Then I went in with powder, and I did use less powder today, and I think it's a more healthy look. Looks a little bit more natural, but also I don't think I'm gonna have that or as much of the dry creasing that I saw yesterday. I still have a little bit of it going on, but it's better. So excited about it. You definitely need to check this product out if you love a medium to full coverage concealer like myself. I would say that the biggest difference between this and the Shape Tape, they're very similar, like very similar, but I would say the difference between the two is the Born This Way feels a lot lighter on the skin. I feel like it's a more skin-like finish, and it has a nice radiant finish as well, whereas the Shape Tapes, it's definitely thicker and it's more creamy, so you have to work at blending it out a little bit better. I think that's it. If you have tried it, let me know what you think of it down below. If this video was helpful for you, definitely give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure to come back next week for a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.